Howdy, folks. I think we're live now.
Hey,
And
Mo.
hey, Russ, how's it going?
It is hot down on the bayou today, brother.
Yikes.
It's
It's not
it's
too
good.
bad around here in California. Well, I'm going to test the sound here. It looks like it's working. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you good. You hear me?
Yes, I can. And I muted the chat this time so I don't have double audio coming through.
Got it.
Cool. So, what are we talking about today, Russ?
You know, when I said it was hot down on the bayou, it is hot down here in Louisiana today. And Louisiana can get that Gulf moisture come up. So if you've never experienced New Orleans type heat, you walk outside and your clothes just sweat. You get covered in a heartbeat. Uh, So let's talk about that a little bit, Mo. There's a
Yes.
different time. Garage sale season is in full swing and all
Yep.
over the country. There's parts of the country that it is very hot. Just a kind of a friendly reminder chat today of be prepared for that.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
always hydrate. That's
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
big thing.
I
Um,
mean, we're kind of okay in the sense that we don't get the humidity that you do. Is it different? I want to ask you between where you are in Florida. Or is it equally as humid?
it's a different humid in Louisiana because it comes straight off the Gulf and it heads up north.
Okay.
One of the things, like in Florida, unless you're in the central part of Florida, like Orlando, Gainesville area, you get a pretty good breeze. So it gets hot and sticky a couple hours a day. I feel now I am a heat lover, so I can take it really hot. But in Louisiana, it just sweltering hot. Plus the heat. It's like Texas. I mean,
Gotcha.
where I'm at in Shreveport is pretty much North Louisiana, or it is North Louisiana, right near Texas. So you get some of that Texas heat. If you've
Gotcha.
heard of things happening, like when you see Dallas and how hot and sticky Dallas can get, it's the same way. Now, you've got humidity all over the country. I've been in Missouri, was in Missouri a lot of years, and yet it can get very humid up there. But it only lasts for about 3 weeks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So keep hydrated. Something else, have you ever, if when you're out thrifting, you're out garage sailing, and hey, there's a great candle. Keep that in mind. Put that in that car. And don't leave your kids, don't leave your dogs, don't leave your kids, don't leave your candles in the car either, because it's just those things can just melt. What else, Mo? That you have
Oh,
to be
yeah, yeah.
people.
I mean, definitely. I mean, I'm kind of luckier in the sense we don't get that humidity in the Bay Area. Even if it hits hundreds, it's kind of a drier heat. I mean, so it's not too bad, but you're definitely right, though. Does it affect garage sales, estate sales? Because that's kind of what we're talking about today in terms of, like, around here, stores won't close down because they have AC. But do you see
Right.
garage sales post and then all of a sudden they shut down because it's too hot?
Well, it's not that they shut down. They'll go into the garage or they'll go into the shade.
Okay.
And so, you're out in that sun sometimes in a garage sale, and man, it's hot.
Yeah.
So, and there's the pro tip is use it to your advantage. Those people, majority of people don't like sitting outside anymore.
Yeah.
So they're out on there. They're just getting rid of their stuff. It's hot. Use it. Start
Yes.
bundling. Start lowball offering or whatever. Make they're and then use the one I think that Bonafide talks about all the time. Bonafide Hustler on his channel with garage sale tactics. You don't want to bring this stuff back in your garage. When it's 100 degrees out, the last thing they want to do is drag that stuff back in the garage.
That's true. That's true, especially with big stuff. Because we tend to get, I mean, it's a lot of, clothing and stuff, but every now and then you'll see like furniture and stuff like that. But I mean, over here, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's generally kept in the garage anyway, even though it's not that hot.
Right.
I don't know how it is there. Do people generally pull things all the way out onto the lawn as much? Because they do not. Go ahead. Sorry.
I've seen a mix of that, Mo. That they'll pull the big stuff out. One thing too is if your garage down here is not, it used to be down in the South, there were no garages. Everybody had carports. Well, garages are a fairly new thing in the South, probably 20, 30 years. But you can go in that garage too, and you got to watch that as far as the heat's concerned. There's no air coming through. It can be just as stuffy in a garage. But yeah, people do a mix of both. I mean, the heat kind of keeps them from wanting to move big stuff around too much, so they'll keep it in the garage or they'll keep it up.
Gotcha. And are you seeing more, like I'm starting to see, especially July 4th, we had a lot of block sales, like court sales, block sales, like after they grouped up like 3 or 4 houses or close by.
Seeing a lot of those? Sales, community sales, that type of, yeah. This summertime's great for that. Florida tended to be more in the spring and the fall that you have your community sales. Right now, actually, in Florida, where I was at in the Lakeland, Tampa, Orlando area, that is the garage sale season is a little slower right now, because of the heat and because of the population density change from people wintering down there. So yeah, garage sale season is still heavy all year long in Florida, but it does slow down in the summertime.
So are actually people that live in Florida, they kind of go up, are they going up north and then kind of,
Absolutely, yeah. Just kind of like you have on the West Coast, everybody goes to Arizona.
Was it, you call them the snowbirds, I think, right?
Right, snowbirds, right.
Gotcha. Okay. Because over here, I mean, this is right in the thick of things. I don't know what your garage selling season is like in the South, but over here, I mean, it's pretty good. And I want to say from March all the way through September, October. But right now, you're going to see a lot more. It's like the housing market. It's just every Thursday through Sunday, there's estate sales, garage sales. Garage sales, the only thing, maybe one thing I don't like, and I don't know if it's just my city or my county, but they tend to start late. If I drive a little bit south, they start early, like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. But in my city, in like, I guess the East Bay part of that, they start, I want to say sometimes 10. Last week, I went to an estate sale. And actually, it's the one I put on video. That didn't start till 11.
Oh, and wow.
It wasn't even 11 till like 8. It was like 11 to 4 or something like that. And that was done by an estate sale company too. So
wow, I guess there's as a reseller, sometimes that's good, because one of the things I always struggle with when things start early, typically in the South, garage sales start at 7 a.m., 8 a.m.
Okay.
And everybody starts at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So that's kind of a smart marketing aspect for that company to say, well, let's start ours at 11, let everybody go do their stuff, and then 11 we've got everybody coming to us at 11 instead of hitting the circuit. Or it could be just that laid back California mentality of 11 o'clock.
I think that might be it, because I've been to garage sales where it's like 10:30, 11:30, they're putting stuff out. And actually, let me see. I got some of these. I think I put them in a video last time. These bar mats, and then the guy had some beer taps too.
Hold that up.
A bunch of them.
Hold that up and hold it on camera longer.
Oh goodness, it's kind of messy. I need to clean it out, but
that's all right. That's the bar mat for the right there by where the taps go.
Yeah. I got like 15 of those, or maybe 18 of those.
Nice.
Those are like $1 a piece. So, I mean, they're not super pricey, but the beer taps. But the funny thing is, this guy he's someone that does garage sales all the time, from what he talked about. And I could tell from his layout, he had the way he laid out his lawn, he'd done it before. So he didn't start till 11-ish, somewhere like that, because it was right by that 11 o'clock sale I was going to. It was right before that. And he was still just pulling things out at 11 o'clock.
He's just still going. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's just this area, but like if I go to San Jose, they start at 7. They start earlier. And,
wow.
And it's actually better stuff. A lot of times they start much earlier, though. But I don't know.
I know there's two thoughts of process. You've got your early stuff going on. That's where before anybody else sees it type thing. And then you have your later things that people through knowledge know that this has value and everybody else has walked past it.
Yeah.
And, you get it for a song at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, especially like, use the heat thing that we have. There's different theories on both ways. Sometimes I don't get out. I don't start till 10 just.
Yeah, with me, with the kids, because my wife works real early, so Saturday is the day she gets to sleep in. So unless I'm taking them with me or I'm dropping them off, usually I don't get out till like 8:39 in the morning, which is real late for garage sales.
So you let her sleep until, if you got garage sales, you let her sleep until 6:30 is what you're saying.
Well, that's what I would like, but no, usually more like 9 o'clock.
Well, yeah, that's true. Each person is different. You got to fit your lifestyle on that. So I do have something I want to show you, Mo, that's really, really cool. This is kind of goes one of the episodes we did about packing and shipping big stuff.
Okay.
Let me see if I can turn it in this. I've got it up here in this room. And you see that?
Yeah.
That is a pachinko machine. Let me see without being too jumpy here. It's a Japanese. There we go. Japanese pinball, and I could not get it working. It needed power. Those working and restored do up to about 400.
Nice.
Depending on the model. So this one will go up as parts or repair only.
Oh wow, was that a garage sale or a estate sale find, or?
This was a type like an estate sale find.
Okay.
So I paid nothing for it.
Nice.
So
that's the best kind of deal.
That's what we're in the business for. Yeah.
That's right. And do you have more estate sales over where you are, or is it kind of a mixture?
Here in Shreveport, now I'm kind of jaded because I do know Shreveport so well. There are some. Typically, what happens, and this may be something that's regional only, and this happens in the South. They start on a Thursday, they go Friday. Saturday is 25% off day, and Sunday is 50% off day.
Okay.
So they kind of go in. They'll start on Thursday. Typically, I don't find items that are in my repertoire of picking for price on things that go. A lot of the estate sales are because of a family death or a family move, that type of thing. So you see a few older things, but mainly it's older. And I don't do antiques anymore. If you're into antiques, estate sales in the South are killer.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah. I mean, the last two estate sales I've gone to, last 2 weekends were both, I'm guessing, older people. They had a lot of old vintage stuff, like 40s, 50s, 60s stuff.
Yeah, which is cool stuff. I love that stuff.
Yeah. And then like I got a lot of like I think I already showed this, magazines. I got like a 1945 Monopoly set. I got what else did I get? I got a plate that I actually gave to my mother. It was her birthday a week ago. So
she doesn't watch the podcast or your YouTube, does she?
No.
Okay,
I think I gave it to her before I filmed that. So
don't give up your source on your gifts now.
No. I don't. I think I paid $30 for the whole thing. So
right.
That part of it, I'm not even sure. But then that guy that was doing the estate sale was talking about the funny thing. He was the way he was negotiating actually, because he would ask you what you would want to pay for that. People would bring up stuff and he'd say, so what are you looking to pay for that? And they'd say, $50. And he'd say, all right, I can do 60. And then I guess
Yeah, the old saying, the person who says the number first loses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I had to go in there. I saw that, so I went in there. I said, "Oh yeah, I can give you 20s. Oh, I can do $60," and we kind of met in the middle. So I think I paid 35. So
there's a pro tip right there, Mo. What you did was pro move, man. You were around there. You immediately found who's the dealer, who you're going to negotiate with, and you learned his tactics by just listening to him.
Yeah.
So you already knew his tactics. He didn't know yours, so you were already ahead in the negotiation.
And the thing with him, I noticed that he was real short, like in terms of the way he was talking. I don't talk too much to people, but I like to at least have a minimal conversation. And he was kind of like, okay, how much you want? Okay, I can do this. And that was it.
Yeah,
so then I just
he's got
noticed
1,000 people asking him questions back and forth. So yeah.
Yeah, so the first thing I did he was in a estate sale company. I said, "Do you have a flyer or a business card?" Then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then I said, "Oh, do you do these often?" And he just said something like, "Well, last month we did one close by, and I bought actually from the estate sale a pinball machine, and I just happened to pick up in what I was buying, a book on pinball. So that was just ironic, but." So then I talked to him a bit about that. So then after that, he wasn't dropping the price of it.
Yeah. So it became his friend, and, became his, you connected with him. Smart. Yep.
Yeah.
That's negotiating.
It's kind of what you need to do, because I've seen a lot of these guys, like people talk about, people actually have signs that say this is listed for, $50 on eBay at a garage sale or at an estate sale. It's just laughable. But
right.
so you kind of have to do what you, because like I think it was a year ago I was buying these what were they? They were action figures. I'm blanking on they were DC Heroes. I forget, but it was a box of them. They had 20 of them, and the lady there, halfway through, I went up there, and halfway through when she was going through what I was going to buy, she picked one out, and then she said, "Oh, this actually isn't for sale anymore." And I just thought it was kind of odd, because I took a while to pick all those. And then she said, "Well, these are actually," so this, when I asked her about the price, she said, "This is 25 on eBay. This is 35 on eBay." And then I just kind of let her talk. And then she said something like, "Well, I wasn't going to put these out, but I did only because I have so much other stuff I want to get rid of, and if I put these on the eBay myself, I'd make $50 or something like that." And I'm like, so I just told her, you know what, I sell on eBay too. So for me to make $50 on that, I have to buy it for 20. And at a very maximum. And then I think we negotiated down by me buying them all for I think $14 a piece or something like that. But that's only because I bought I think 15 of them. She still took out that one.
Still took out the one. She had emotional attachment to the item.
Yeah, I think she said she was going to keep it for her kids.
That's something to learn and pick up. You got, while you reminding me of one time. This was in, and I've been in so many cities. This was in Lakeland. And I was garage sailing, and this guy had electronics right up my alley. And I'm buying, this for $3, $2, $5. And he had a PS2 Fat sitting there, and it was kind of beat up. And I said, "Well, what do you want for that?" And I'd already spent, money there and had a bundle going. And he goes, "Oh, that's $80. Well, he was so out of price on that he was just like, and I backed off, and he goes, "Oh, you don't," he goes, "Well, what would you give me for it?" And I told him, sometimes you do have to tell him, "Look, I'll sell this for about 25, 30. So I 10's the most I could give on it."
Yeah.
And he went, "Really?" And it's so funny because his wife's in the background going, "I told you," so So people do look up price on stuff, but they're always, there's always that negotiating, and there's people that do it. Now I walked away from that because he said, I'd have to do 40 then.
Yeah.
And hey, there's no money in that for me. So hopefully he got 40 for it. You never know.
It's funny because I think what happened with because my specific city is pretty slow for rush sales, but if I go out to like Palo Alto, San Jose, it's better. So I think what happens in my city is that, which is Fremont, is that once they see that you're going to buy one thing, then they'll be nice to you. But if they see you're going to buy a bunch of things, then it's kind of like, not an attitude that grows, but it's kind of like, well, okay, maybe see if I can milk this guy for a little bit. Because that guy that I bought those bar mats from, he said, you know, how much you want from it? And I said, you know, how many are there? And he said, you know, I think there's like 15 or 18 of them. I said, you know, can I do 50 cents a piece? He said, can you do $1? And I said, all right, yeah, that's fine. I'll do $1 a piece. And then as soon as I asked him if he had more things, his eyes perked up, his ears perked up, and then he showed me his bar taps. But then when I asked him about the prices of these bar taps, he said that, well, they range from $15 to $300 when I put them on eBay. Then I'm like, okay, so you've gone from being super laid back to now you're a space seller in 5 seconds.
Sure, yeah. You know, there are people out there, and of course, I'm sure you've ran into them. There's people out there that have no clue about online selling. They don't think, you know, everybody does know about eBay to a point, but you know, it comes down to it on a lot of those garage sales. It's, I just need to get rid of my stuff. You know, that's the one. Definitely. So cool. But definitely in the summertime, you know, stress that staying hydrated, staying cool. Mo, you've got a white shirt on, you know, your white shirt. I was outside earlier today, and I actually had to change shirts because it just got completely covered. So, excuse me just a second, Mo.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
But yeah, so, you know, stay hydrated. Remember, putting stuff in the car, it's going to get hot. Don't burn yourself on your black leather seats.
I never get leather, even though it's not even that hot here. I got cheap vinyl.
Well, buddy in the South, that, you know, the vinyl can do it. My sister's car is in the shop. They gave her a black Nissan something, and buddy, that car, you don't have dark colored cars in the South. You know, it's just everything heats up. But
gotcha.
So cool.
All right, I think we're good for now. But we just wanted to stop by and just have this quick little chat. I see David Maridiega's in the chat. How's it going,
hey,
David?
Hope you're doing well, David. I'll be heading your way one of these days. I'll be out there.
Excellent. So we're going to jump off now, but we'll probably be back on next week, and we'll have another topic, and we will discuss. Actually, if you guys want to find us, check us out on Instagram. I'm under Niche Reseller, and Russ is under The Roaming Pickers. And we're also on Facebook at Reseller Niche Facebook group. It's just Reseller Niche, actually. But we will talk to you guys next time.
Everybody have a great day sourcing tomorrow. Go get them.
Go get them.